All right. Well, welcome back to ManTits. This is our third episode.
It's my turn to do the intro.
Huh?
It's my turn to do the intro.
It was mine. Landon did it last time.
You did?
Time.
I don't know.
It's on the list on the block.
Who's that?
Doorbell?
Who in the
Did
fuck?
you invite someone? Uber Eats?
we
McDonald's. He ordered McDonald's again.
We did not.
All right, I'll get it.
Okay.
It's not my DoorDash. I didn't order anything.
Oh, hi.
We're here with the one and only Mia Malkova.
Our first
baby.
guest ever. This is crazy.
Oh, I was wondering
Yeah.
if you guys had other guests.
No,
No.
you're the first. You're popping our cherry on this one.
There's a fly.
First and last, maybe. I mean, hopefully
do
this
that
goes
yeah,
well.
well.
first and last. Yeah.
Whoa. I
I
don't
made
know.
all of his drinks.
Lot of
so
lime in
we're
that
gonna
one.
make
Someone
it.
spiked mine. That bitch is strong.
He made it himself.
You spiked yourself, dude.
We're gonna
Whoa.
be drunk at the end of this. Oh god.
Let's go ahead and rapid fire some questions, okay? We're going to get all these terrible questions out of the way very quickly. You're going to answer yes or no or like a one-word statement.
Okay, I like this. And I'm just going to say I have no idea what to expect. I kind of just said yes, and I haven't seen your other podcasts.
What is it? What is it? What are you sucking? What is it?
These are all the questions that you get all the time that we're just going to get right out of the way.
By the way, I was not aware of these questions, so I'm just gonna put that out there.
He picked them out.
He did.
Are your boobs real or fake?
Fake.
How old were you when you lost your virginity?
I think I was 16.
What age did you start porn?
19.
Ass, real or fake?
Real.
That one I do know for a fact because I did her butt workout one day, and oh my god, do you remember that?
Also, I think you felt my ass before, right? Like, but I do that. I'm always like, when someone asks me, I'm like, no, feel it. Feel it. Does that feel fake to you?
Oh, it's a fake test.
Yes.
Okay.
well, no. So
People don't ask
You
me
know what
to
a fake
touch my
butt feels
butt.
like that? What if you never felt a? You know what I mean?
Wait, what?
a
How do
fake
you know what a fake butt even feels like that?
It just wouldn't feel real, I guess. Right?
because isn't just like a what is it? A BBL?
This fat,
Right.
fat transfers. But they look different than real butts.
They do.
They look great, but they look different.
Are they harder?
No,
they're
it's
soft.
I don't know why I was punching.
They're soft because there's no
soft.
muscle there.
Oh, there's
it's
no
like
muscle.
all just fat transferred.
So what if they built muscle on top of that huge ass?
I think it'd look great.
Golly.
Okay.
I have no
I
idea.
actually have a very muscular ass.
Same. Yeah, I can like
Can I see?
do weird shapes. Well,
So, come on, get up.
maybe later when I have like a drink in me, I don't want to be all self-conscious. I'm
Of your
self-conscious,
ass?
but I have a big butt.
Nice.
It's
Me
gigantic.
too.
I tell you what though, when we went to Dog Pound and did that butt workout, oh my gosh, I couldn't fucking move for a week. I almost face planted walking down the stairs after that.
Yeah, me too.
It's not good.
I-
Oh, you were down bad too? Okay, I thought that was like a normal
No,
Tuesday.
they kill me.
Yeah, that fucked me
But
up.
that is what I ask for when I go to the gym. I'm like, please just ass. Keep it high and perky.
Because you were going with Mia for a while, right?
Yeah.
It seemed like you guys were
Working out
going to
your
dog pound
butt?
a lot, and he was coming home sore every single day.
Aww.
What are you doing?
Like,
butt
wow,
workout?
Mia's putting him through
Well,
it.
no, I did a butt workout sometimes.
Yeah?
Yeah. But yeah, the butt thing was bad. Oh my god, I couldn't even like sit down to fucking poop. It was so bad. I had no leg mobility. I had to like pull myself up with a shower curtain, and the shower curtain just tumbled down. Everything fell. I was like, oh shit.
When I was like really into like my workouts, I was lifting like well over like it was like 150 pounds or something, like squatting with.
Oh, wow.
It was really nice. I had a squat rack back in Oregon.
So you're from Oregon?
No, I was just there for a couple of years.
Where are you from?
California.
Oh, so you're from here.
Yeah, the Inland Empire.
The what?
Inland Empire.
Never heard of that. I'm sorry.
Where is that?
Where is that? Yeah.
Between here and San Diego. So think of, and I have a terrible sense of direction. That's why I'm like, but it's kind of near Temecula.
Oh shit.
Oh, Temecula. We
was
went on a
fun.
trip there.
I know I recommended it.
That's who
Yeah.
told
Oh, you
us-
did?
Oh yeah.
Oh, no way. Well, thank you. We had a great time.
I'm glad you guys had fun.
That was
Yeah.
so much fun. They were
He was like-
blackout
He
drunk.
came back telling me that he like ended up at the Stampede, and I was like, oh my god.
Do you go to wine country there often?
No, I've
No.
never been. I just grew up
Never
in
been to wine
Temecula.
country?
I grew up in Hemet and San Jacinto, so Temecula is 30 minutes away, and that was like the nice place to go for like malls and stuff like
Right.
that.
You never
Our
went to-
mall in our town wasn't nice.
You've never been to a wine country there? The wine country?
I've never been wine tasting.
You gotta go.
You should have invited her.
I
He
invited
did
her.
invite me.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
Well, she recommended it, and then I was like, okay, fine. Well, because we were gonna go to Napa, and then she's like, oh wow, like Temecula, same thing, just way closer.
Way closer.
So that's exactly what we did. Yeah, we'll go to like Malibu or something. There's like wine tastings and stuff out there that you can go to.
What?
Yeah.
No one told me that. I love Malibu.
Horseback riding too.
Where's this?
Can we do wine tasting on the horse?
You know what? Okay, there was this thing before COVID, and I'm so disappointed that COVID happened because it got rid of it. But in Malibu, there was a whole zoo, and they would take you around, and then each like animal they made a wine. It was like a winery and a zoo. So each animal they made another like a new wine. So you'd go and you'd see the zebras, and then you'd taste this wine, and then you go see the
Zebra wine?
giraffes. I don't know what they would do to it. It was
it out of
closed when
zebra
I
or some
tried to
shit?
go.
It's not zebra
I
milk.
mean, it
It's
sounds really nice to me.
Right?
It's like a nice like
you get
little
on there.
date.
No,
You
no,
get
yeah,
to
no,
see
I mean,
animals and drink
Yeah.
wine.
Yeah.
Sounds like a great idea.
It does.
And then it's like on a safari car thing too. But yeah, it's gone. Never again.
So in Oregon, I remember you saying this. I don't know if you want to talk about it, but it looked like you lived in like a castle. How was that?
It was good and bad. So it was called the Blackberry Castle, and it was famous for not being able to sell. I think.
Oh, really?
Well, yeah. I mean, one, it's in Oregon. It's a multi-million-dollar home, and it's also not a standard home. It's like it looks like a castle. It's very unconventional, not like a family home or anything like that. So it was very hard to sell, and everyone kind of knew what it was. But I loved it, and I did end up buying it and living there for a bit. It was really cool, but at the same time, I did hate all of the space. Like, I was terrified living there.
So it was huge, right?
Yeah, it was 13,000 square feet.
Wow.
No, not alone.
Oh, I was about to say, that'd be
I was living with my boyfriend
scary.
at the time, and we always had like people, but it was still scary because people knew where it was. You could Google the address, and then you have to like go through this massive house to lock all of these doors at night, and it's just. It was also a lot to manage, like financially. Like the
maintain
air
it.
conditioner broke, and that was like $80,000. And it's like,
Holy fuck.
yeah, I make money,
Such
but
a big
what
space.
the fuck?
$8,000 for some AC. Yeah,
Yeah.
right. See ya.
Jeez, I'd
I
rather
would
have a
never do that.
Porsche and fucking sweat.
Yeah, I'm not. I regret it, but it's okay.
Did you ever have people like come over, like they knew where you lived, like wanted to like talk to you or break in, or like any weird fan encounters?
Well, I did have a break-in when I first moved in. It was the second night there was a break-in.
The second night, what
That
a
would
warm
Second
welcome.
night.
freak me out.
And that was the only one. But I mean, I went to bed early, and the crazy thing is I had walked the dogs. I had kind of looked around, and I thought, oh, that'd be so scary if like somebody was over there, because like it's on 5 acres, so there was a lot of land and it was very private. But I made the effort to go lock all of the doors, even though I was tired and I didn't want to. And half an hour later, I kept hearing banging, and I didn't think anything of it because there was like other people in the house like playing games and stuff on the other side. But then my ex-boyfriend, or my boyfriend at the time, came in, and he was like in the master room. And he was like, I just heard glass break, like call 911. So we kind of just locked ourselves in, and I think that the alarm scared him off because I don't think he ever actually came into the house. But the cops, when they came, they found him. He was parked in the driveway, and he had all of our packages in his trunk. And they did catch him.
So he's arrested?
I think that he thought that nobody was living there yet, because an article had just came out that we bought the house.
Scary. I would have jumped out the window if I heard that. Freaking
Yeah.
out. See ya.
I would have got like the purge shutters and shit installed in that thing. You hit a button and it's.
Yeah.
Oh, I would have an arsenal.
Metal.
Oh yeah, can you have guns in Oregon? So you just shoot them then.
I had a gun, but I hate guns.
Oh, you gotta.
I would
like,
never touch it.
Really?
Yeah, I didn't even want to touch it to learn like what to do with it.
Even in a life or death situation, if you came at you with a gun,
I'm gonna regret saying this, but I like tasers.
Tasers.
Yeah,
work.
I have tasers.
Oh yeah,
but
like
But
the
I
the
have
taser
like a
shit.
professional taser. Like it's a similar one
extends,
that cops
right?
and
Cops-
stuff
oh, yeah,
use.
yeah.
bear spray, dude. Mm-hmm.
Bear
bear mace.
spray.
That would take someone down for sure. If it fucks up a bear, I'm not gonna fucking what's it, Leo DiCaprio myself in that movie, Revenant? Yeah, I'm not gonna Revenant myself.
Yeah, the house that I lived at before I moved here in this apartment, well, I live upstairs, but it's called like the Sway House. Did you go to that house? Maybe. It was a big house, and like you said, there's so many doors to lock. And that house, people were in and out, in and out, in and out all the time.
And then are there like a bunch of influencers there?
Exactly,
The
yeah.
people who have money too, and like I don't know. I feel like it opens you up to getting robbed.
Exactly.
Or
Well, we had one of the boys had like 2 different stalkers at the time, and he found a way to get over the gate. It's a big gate. Get over the gate and inside our house. And there was always a door unlocked, of course. And one day he just came in while we're all in the living room. He's like, yo, does anyone have a cigarette? We're like, whoa, whoa, whoa.
no one beat him up.
that's
No,
so
because we
creepy.
thought he was like one of the guests of one of the friends of the owners of the company we were with. People kept coming in and out of our house at like 4 a.m.
Yeah.
every night. And we saw it on the security cameras in the morning. And I think they just watched us sleep.
Oh, that's weird.
It's like
shit.
really creepy shit.
Oh yeah, you gotta have like a shotgun with like the bean bags in it or something.
Or just rules.
Shotgun.
Like I had a lot of rules when we would have guests, and like the guests would kind of be like, "Well, this isn't like an influencer house. Like they're usually like a lot more chill." And I'm like, "I'm scared." I'm like, "No."
yeah.
What were the rules?
You don't come in after a certain amount of time, and that way I can lock up everything before I go to bed. But there was a guest house that they could go to as well, apart from the main house. I forget some of the other rules, but mainly they were just around safety.
How was making friends in Oregon? Because I know it's always hard to like make friends in somewhere new.
I have trouble making friends in general. I'm like very to myself, but I don't. My friends that I made was like my personal trainer and his wife, who was our chef at the time. So it's people who like I kind of have to see every day.
Right.
Otherwise, I didn't really make any friends at all. But just in general, like I don't go out of my way.
Was it always like that?
I'm always
throughout-
like that. Yeah.
So in
I
high
like
school?
to like isolate myself. It's bad.
In high school, how was it?
I isolated myself.
And I feel like you'd be like the popular girl. You just
No,
have
no,
that
no.
aura.
I never talked.
Oh, really?
I didn't have, like, I had one friend and I could never, I was so painfully shy. I couldn't talk to anybody. You know, the funny thing too, it's ironic that I get naked for a living because I was so like self-conscious over my body when I was in high school that I would wear this like extra large men's hoodie. It was black. And this is like growing up in California. I wouldn't take that off even if it was over 100
the
degrees.
heat.
Yeah, because I was just so self-conscious of my body.
So do you think what you're doing now for work is like has helped?
It's helped. Yeah. I think that it's helped in a lot of ways. It's strange because now I don't like how I look in clothes, but I feel most comfortable when I'm naked or in like very small clothing like bikinis.
That's sick as fuck. Yeah. What a perfect fucking
clothing,
match
I'm
for
like,
what you do. Yeah.
So where did the switch come from? Like 17, 18 to when you started when you were 19?
I think so. Let's see. I was homeschooled for a little bit when I was 16, and then I got my first boyfriend. It just gave me a lot of confidence because even like my ass, I was always very self-conscious over my ass. It made me like, I felt like it was like really bubbly and awkward and I didn't want any attention drawn to it. But once I like realized how other people reacted to it, I started to like it.
I used to think the same way. My friends would always grab my ass and squeeze it and play with it. And when I was like 10.
It made you uncomfortable.
Yeah. Well, mainly like my older brother's friends who were, when they were like 25, they would always like grab my shit and like make me uncomfortable.
You grabbed
So
your
it made
shit
me-
or your ass?
My ass. They would.
Okay, just want to clarify.
Yeah, I was like 10 years old
I
and
think we need to have a talk with them.
Yeah.
How old were they?
and my
25.
and my
They were
pa-
25.
and,
your ass.
and my pastor's son at church. I swear to God, he would
Your
offer me.
pastor's son grabbed your butt?
I swear to God, I swear to God, when I was like 8 or 9, he would offer me candy to squeeze my butt cheek in my pants.
No.
Swear to God.
Wait, how old was he?
He's like 10 years older than me.
Yo, we need to call the cops, bro.
So yeah, I can somewhat relate to like I was very I was like self-conscious of my butt. I was like very.
Do women grab it now and you're not self-conscious? Now you're like, yeah, I got that fat ass.
Oh, I'll shake that shit all over the town. I'll shake it all over town. Yeah, I can see where
Well,
like.
when you're young and shy, you don't want any attention drawn to you. Like even women, when they start like first getting boobs and stuff like that, it's like when you're not comfortable with that side of your body yet, like it's a negative thing for you, a negative experience.
Yeah, I know that happened to me. I grew some tits in like high school and everything, and I was even weirded out by them. I was like, whoa.
Yeah, dude, that shit was sick to me. I was like,
This
you
is
didn't like that?
what is going on? Why
Why are all the boys staring?
This is like literally people would come and like squeeze my tits because I was super fat. Like I'm fat now, but I was like fat in high school, and then they're like, oh. Wow, those really do feel like girl ones, and I'm like, okay, great, this is really good.
That's the best of both worlds, though. You have a dick, so you can like have sex, but then when you want to like feel some boobs, you can just feel your own.
Yeah,
I mean, you don't ever need another like a girl to like feel that. You know what I mean?
I was like a really thin, hyperactive child, and then I was put on Zyprexa, I forget what they put me on it for. It might have been a mood stabilizer or something, but it made me gain a bunch of weight. In a couple of weeks, and I got made fun of at school because of it.
Oh, in a couple
by
weeks?
my friends and by boys, yeah. Like those moments stand out.
Were you in a fight with anybody that made fun of you?
No,
No?
I'm not confrontational. The only fights I've ever been in has been with my siblings. I'd pull their hair a lot.
Just because you wanted to? You're like,
I mean, I wanted to.
Just fucking rip it out their head. Jeez.
I remember like swinging on someone's hair. It was like a woman's hair. I don't know why I got in a fight with her. I was very young. But it was this woman, I got in a fight with her. So I guess I have been in a fight with somebody else. But I remember like I was off the ground at one point and a little ball swinging by her hair.
By her hair? She was still standing up too? Oh my God. That's a X Games mode fully.
Yeah.
So you're like very to yourself and calm and like quiet, but when you lash out, you'll lash out.
I
You'll
do have
kill a
I have
motherfucker.
a mean streak.
Oh.
I do have a mean streak for sure.
I feel like you bottle it up.
Yeah,
too.
you bottle
I
it
do
up and
bottle it
just
up 'cause
next
I
to
hate
you.
confrontation and I like to be nice to everybody. But then like it's really the people that I get closest to, they're gonna get it.
Ooh, have you ever had a roommate?
Yes.
That's the worst when you have to just bottle it all up and just over and over again just take shit and take shit and take shit and take shit until you just.
I didn't bottle it up because like one of my roommates was my younger brother at the time.
Oh.
So that would just be full on like screaming fits
Yeah.
with each
yeah.
other.
Well, with like a stranger, like somebody not like
No.
super close with.
I've never had a roommate with a stranger.
Well, I feel like you do the same thing with going out too, though, because like you like never go out, and then occasionally you'll go out, and then you'll have like a lot of fun, and then you'll be like, all right, I'm gonna take 2 months off now.
That's how I work. Yeah.
Sick. I wish I could be
Yeah,
like that.
I bottle
Fuck.
it up.
Yeah, I know.
Like with partying?
Yeah, I feel like I'm very, like on a day to day, I'm very wound tight. Like,
Yeah.
I'm very like strict and harsh on myself. And then when I decide to go out, I'm like, no, I'm gonna have fun. Like I really let like loose.
Well,
And we've been on the
No, that's
everyday
good.
party.
Just-
Oh,
you
I've
don't
been
want to
there
go
for
on
a while.
benders. That's like the way. I wish I was like
I
that.
could never go on a bender.
see, I
I'm too
wish
much
it was
of like a health freak, and I love my sleep, and I love feeling good about myself. So it's always like after I go a little too wild with drinking, I wake up the next day and I'm like, nope, not again.
Oh yeah, I know.
Not for
all
a
that.
very long time. We're
See,
drinking water. Like,
I'll do the same thing, and then it's when all your friends around you like want to keep going and partying. And you're like, fuck.
You like give in. It's like,
Yeah, you're like you really don't wanna, but you like just do it.
Oh,
And then
well,
it
yeah,
repeats.
yeah.
And that, I guess,
I
is
mean,
that stuff?
for multiple days.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I've
Sometimes
had-
it's like 3, normally 3 days.
4.
4.
depends when you start.
I can't do that.
Well, vacation benders, those ones are.
And Lennon and I were talking about this the other day. I need to break in between drinking. Like I can't drink
Yeah,
every
it's-
single night.
It's about like balance. You know what I mean?
See, I don't have that. What happens is I'll go out and I'll drink, and then if I get a little too crazy, I'll be like, oh fuck, I'm fucked up. I wake up the next morning, I'm ready to go again. Like you catch me like 9:30 a.m. I'm running around. I'm like, what are we doing? Let's go. Mimosas. I'm calling everyone on my phone. Let's go. Because I know that crash is going to be bad, but my body hasn't hit it yet. So I'm trying to prolong it. So then I'll do that for like 2-3 days. And then on day 4, I'm like, oh,
take a week off.
I have to go check into hospice, bro.
We would party so hard one night, and then I'd spend the night on the couch here. And then I wake up at 9 a.m. He's like, all right, we can get some morning mimosas. I'm like, oh my God, I don't
I was
feel
good, though. I'd make
Yeah.
breakfast and stuff for everyone and do
yeah,
all
but
that. And
Then it leads to drinking at like
well,
11 a.m.
that's on the weekends. That's not just the week. Well, she used to freak me out, dude, because like we'd go out and we would drink and go to like parties and clubs and stuff, and then I would drink, and then the next day I'd wake up and I'd text her, and then like no response, and I'm like, okay, well, I'd be like, hey, how are you today? Nothing. Ghosted out of nowhere. I'm like,
I'm notorious for ignoring people. I don't do it to be mean. It's just like I reach a point. I am an actual introvert, so like I reach a point like with a social battery where I can't like.
You just don't care.
Even
Yeah,
if-
you're like, you're over it.
No,
You're just,
I
you're over it.
care, but I like need that time away from it just to myself.
Yeah, you're over it. You just need like, yeah.
3 weeks later, hi, I'm doing good.
I miss you.
Hey, just woke up. How are ya?
It's like,
Sorry I didn't get back to you.
yeah.
So how did you guys meet? I think I know how you guys met.
We met
but-
at Bryce Hall did like a YouTube video. I forget what the YouTube video even was though. So
It was just surprising
my
people
friends
with you.
right.
Yeah.
Right. Okay.
And that was the first day you guys met, huh?
No, we had met the day before that. So
At Pink Taco, because I
Yep.
went out to dinner with Bryce, and you were there with him.
yeah, what was your first impression of me?
I thought you were very LA. Like,
Ooh.
So did I.
Oh, really? You thought that?
like I didn't not like you, but I was kind of like, oh, like this is what the LA people are like.
Landon.
You know, he called me the first time I ever met him outside of some venue. He just came up to me and was like, "Are you drinking?" And I was like, "No." And he's like, "Oh, don't be a bitch." Fuck you. I was in such a bad mood already.
Damn.
Bad
Like, who is this
influence.
fucking dickhead?
Well, what does so LA mean? Just like
Yeah. What
like,
does that
is
mean? What does
fake?
so LA mean?
Just consuming the lifestyle of like, you know, partying and yeah.
Yeah, just
like,
not what I'm used to. Because even when I was in the adult industry and I was like shooting for a lot of companies, I was married and I had like a stepdaughter at the time, and I was still myself. So I never like went out. I didn't like interact with people outside of the industry. Like I was at home doing what I do now most of the time. The last year is the most I've ever been out in my adult life.
Oh, really?
Yeah, so I'm like surprisingly sheltered. And I also came from Portland, Oregon, where I was very isolated. So it was kind of just like, oh, these are different types of people.
Like they're a little crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah, and Landon is a little bit crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You have your fun though. You know,
You're a
you
lot
know how to
Landon's a lot of fun.
yeah, you know how to have fun, which is great.
Yeah, I have a lot of fun.
Are
Yeah.
you a people pleaser?
Fuck yeah, I am. I don't know. Sometimes I'll go
He's
out.
like, I'm going to turn it on. We got to entertain everybody.
Yeah.
Could you imagine if it wasn't on?
I literally thought it wasn't on for a second. I'm like, I was just thinking in my head. I literally just texted Jared because I didn't want it to seem like I just wasted all my time.
It was your heart
I
like
was like,
racing.
yeah, I'm like, Jared, this camera is not
Are we
on.
speeding? What time are we at?
Red dot on it, right?
Shit, bro.
Fuck,
you done
that scared me,
interrupted the
dude.
whole flow.
Sorry.
You
Scared
freaked
everybody.
out. You looked at
Dude,
the
there was
dot.
no red dot. I was like, no way we
I
just
don't
did all
even
that
know-
without the camera on.
I don't
didn't
even know
want to
where
say it 'cause then-
we're
It's
people
nev-
pleaser. That's where
Yeah.
we were, right?
Sorry, I'm so sorry.
Oh, no, you're good. Better safe than sorry.
No, yeah, I'm a people pleaser for sure.
Landon always needs stimulation from somebody. Like he needs like
Or something.
something.
Yeah, he gets
No.
bored very quickly.
Yeah. It has to be stimulated.
And maybe
at all
that's because he
times.
drinks so much.
Yeah.
It might be true.
No,
Yeah.
no, it,
That's also a
is.
stimulant.
No, it is.
Yeah, no, 100%. No, I'm a glutton for sure. For anything, I have to be stimulated by something.
It's like Johnny, bro.
Like I
Always
quit.
need something.
Well, I quit drinking right for like 20 days because I had to go to the hospital and shit. And then I made it quite some time, but I was so fucking bored. I was eating so much. I was gaining weight again. I'm like, fuck. And that was it.
That happened to me after I quit nicotine. I had my appetite back in full voice and I gained
Yeah.
so much
Because
weight.
it's also distracting when you eat it. Like kind of craves that like.
It fills the
addiction.
hole of what you gave away.
Dude,
Yeah.
I saw something on TikTok. I don't know if it was just like an ad, but this guy had this like little vibrator. This is like a fucking vibrator that a girl puts in her vagina, but it wasn't that. It looked like it though, and you hold it in your hand and it sends like vibrations up in your brain to stop you from craving nicotine.
Okay.
Yeah.
I might try that.
Anyways,
Come on.
I just thought of that when I'm a horrible at
You just thought of a
podcasting. I
vibrator.
just go off topic all the time. Sorry.
On topic, I used to carry a mini little vibrator with me in my purse. And I used to have to commute from the IE to LA to shoot Inland Empire.
Oh, okay.
So it was like, I would always hit traffic and it was like a 2.5 hour drive. So in traffic, I'd be masturbating with my little vibrator on my way to set.
What?
No way.
Happened all the time because I got so bored. And also it relieves stress.
Was there a button for it?
Whoa.
It was just on.
It was a little button for it. Yeah,
Okay.
it had batteries. It was battery
Did you play
operated.
music while sitting in
had
the car?
music,
Cigarettes
yeah.
after
Yeah,
sex.
what was
Yeah,
like
but the
the
thing is
cigarette
that
after
I didn't
sex.
want people to, just whatever music
No?
was on.
Jay-Z? No?
Yeah, what's the go-to masturbation song?
Yeah.
Is it
What was
jazz?
what's that number one song you would put on in your car when you do that?
God, it's probably like spa music, guys.
Spa
like
music?
something relaxing
Oh, really?
that
I
I
could
can
see
really let go to.
I could see that. Yeah.
If I tried
Just playing
masturbating
death
in the
metal?
car,
Death metal album.
Bro, if I masturbated in a car, I'd be masturbating
Suicide
with
Silence?
sirens
I
I'd
because I'd get
I've done
arrested.
that so much.
But you could kind of like discreetly hide it. Like a guy's got to be like
and
all
you
out
can
and
also
about.
go over whatever I'm wearing. Usually it was like yoga pants or something thin.
Yeah.
You know?
I did that
God.
once in Maryland. I was so horny. I was so unbelievably horny. And I was waiting for my friend to meet me at the skate park. And it was like getting late. It was like dark. And so I pulled around the church, around back. It was at a church. It was so bad. And I'm in the parking lot jerking it.
In the
and I nut
church?
on my face. It was so embarrassing.
I know you tried some of it.
You've
happens.
definitely tried it. You had to have tried it at some point.
You said you
try
licked
that.
your hand with cum.
I didn't lick
I mean,
my
why
hand.
wouldn't you guys try it?
That's
Yeah,
that's what
curious.
it's not.
Everyone's
I was
curious.
curious, of course.
Well, it's like if I
Everyone's done
blow
that.
my nose, I'm not gonna lick it. It's like snot.
Well, you
is
taste.
weird,
Yeah, but the
though.
thing
You
is
lick your
you've
snot.
tasted snot because anytime you
Ew, dude.
and then like
Yeah,
hawk a
we
little-
do. We eat
I-
snot all the time.
I don't suck
Yeah.
my jizz out with my
Wait.
dick like
No,
an
no,
ant.
no. You just like you get it somewhere. You like dab a pinky and like you know.
It's not wasabi.
Dude, and they don't eat boogers.
No,
That's
When I-
so
never
gross.
ate boogers.
I don't
No.
understand. And everyone's like, yeah, you do. Don't lie. Like the whole like.
No,
you piss them out.
I
swear
never
to God.
did.
I never ate boogers.
Maybe
Why
when
would
you're
I?
it's extremely cold out and your nose is dripping.
Oh.
I mean, I would. No. I would like pick it and wipe it places though. Like as
a kid, I would put it on my wall.
All the
and
time
I moved
on
my
the walls
bed.
at school, especially.
It was so many
Just hidden,
boogers.
so no one sees it.
When I was in second grade, I literally picked my nose and I had one there. I didn't know what to do. I panicked. So I was like, oh, what do I do? So I ate it and then I threw up everywhere. It was so embarrassing. So much more embarrassing. I literally started gagging, made a whole scene. It like scarred me.
I'm like
for,
about to gag now.
What is a booger?
I was already being made fun of in second grade because my name is Landon Bridges. So it was like Landon Bridges falling down, which to a second grader is like fucking great.
Humpty Dumpty on the wall.
What?
Humpty Dumpty, what?
Never mind.
Yeah, exactly. It's a nursery rhyme, okay?
Wait, what is a booger? What is that?
Dried
Mucus.
Mucus, yeah. Why are some
And
why
like
is it
debris and stuff
something else.
that gets up there.
why is it clear and why is it like yellow sometimes? Why is it
It's
green?
yellow.
Well, if you're sick, that's whenever I get sick,
Dude,
I know if like
It's
my
like an
mucus is
infection.
green.
That's so gross.
That's when I know I'm like sick. If it's like clear, I'm like
Humans
allergies.
are gross.
Oh, they're disgusting.
Yeah, right?
We try to hide it, but we're all gross.
We're all gross.
Yeah.
Can we move the mic a little bit closer to you? Thank
Want
you.
it right there?
Yeah, perfect. Or like just I meant like this, like just more in the middle of your body.
What do you mean?
Sorry.
Tell me
No, you're
that.
good. You're good.
No, it's just so it makes sure because these mics are weird. They're very like
They're directional.
they're directional. It has to be like
what
aiming
the
towards
fuck
you.
was
I did not mean that. I meant like they're directional.
Very-
No, I meant like they're directional towards your wherever you're talking into it. So if you're like, not like you're like
No, I
this.
know. No,
But if you're like that, it's. You know what
I
mean?
know. Most podcast mics are like that.
Good job.
This is Steven.
Guys, I'm ready to party. Let's get one more drink. I'm gonna do one more drink here.
All right, fine. We'll do one
I'll
more.
be so much more
Should we do a
entertaining.
drink
All right, we'll
intermission?
take a drink intermission. This video is sponsored by.
I swear to God, the pastor's son used to molest me. I swear to God. No, I'm not even kidding. He used to give me alpha meat candy and to play his DS if he squeezed my ass.
You told me this. This
Yeah.
is not a.
Well, have you been to Hawaii?
Yeah, I've been to Hawaii so many times. I actually want to go in like maybe a month.
Should we?
Are these rolling?
We're rolling. Alexa,
Can you
stop
turn
the
off-
music.
My bad.
Oh, it's okay. We didn't need that.
Oh,
We're trying to figure out a theme here with ManTits.
Well, we picked a tacky name, kind of. I think it's funny. It's a funny name, and it's kind of like tacky. So
But
we
now
want to
you're
make it.
adding class to it.
We want to
Three
class.
guys,
it
6
up.
tits.
The slogan is.
Is that dumb?
What's the slogan? What?
Oh, I like it.
3 guys, 6 tits. That's kind of gross.
No, it's
It's
great.
funny. Who
Everyone
cares?
likes tits.
But also, there's like stiff
Thank you.
socks. Like at the time, stiff socks. They're like, ew, that's gross. That's a gross name. But now it's like, oh, stiff socks. That podcast.
Well,
These
when
plants are attacking us.
when things become a name, like when
Nothing
things
to do with that.
become big for something else, you lose what they actually originally were.
Yeah.
Can we go to Bali already? Like,
I want to go to Bali.
I know.
Yeah.
What are we
Help
waiting
me
on?
plan it. Maybe we could go to Bali in a month.
Let's do that.
My sister was just there.
Yeah, did she like it?
Yeah, she went with a bunch of people that didn't know how to drink alcohol.
Oh, that's what
And this girl
losers,
was like
bro.
sitting on a ledge and like fell backwards all the way down a mountain in the jungle at night. My sister had to go get her.
Oh my
And she like,
God.
I think she broke her back or something. I don't know.
Aw. That happens so often. Like
It
just
does.
people drinking and being reckless, especially on like vacations
Mm-hmm.
and stuff. That's why I don't go swimming in the ocean. So many people drown in Hawaii.
Yeah, or cliff jumping too.
Yeah,
Right?
I'm very morbid. Like it's weird. One of the main things that I look up every 2 weeks are shark attacks, drownings in Hawaii and Oregon, because there's always drownings in Hawaii and Oregon.
Oh, wow.
Shark attacks, crocodile attacks, and bear attacks.
Well, you'd be prone
Wait,
to
you look
all
them
of
up
them.
on-
Every 2 weeks, I'm like, what's
No,
happening?
she would be prone to all of them. I'm not even kidding you. Like, second time I ever hung out with her, we're riding a Lime scooter. She just crashes into all the
Eat
like
shit,
the
yeah.
stuff.
It's so true. I hurt my
Falls.
foot. Like I'm like almost falling into the street with traffic and stuff. But that's like part of the thing is I know. Like that's why I don't go in the water. I know I'm the type of person to drown and die.
Oh yeah, literally second time I
Your
heard.
toe gets stuck in some seaweed, you're
My
done.
biggest fear is a stingray. Fuck you.
Oh,
That's
God.
just sitting there in the sand. You don't even see it. You just.
Who's the alligator crocodile Dundee guy?
Oh yeah, he got
R.I.P.
Irwin?
Yeah, I
yeah.
got stabbed
was
in the
the-
heart. I'm not even talking about one of them. I'm just talking about a little one that you step on right in your
Well,
foot.
he was gonna live, but he yanked it out, and when he yanked it out, that's what he did the damage.
Yeah, because
Why would he do that? Wasn't he
Well,
Animal Pro?
because you know, like you get hit by a stingray, you're like, ah, fuck, and then you do that, and you just pull it out. But if you leave it in, you're good. It's like an arrow. They're like barbs.
The top of the barb is a serrated image. It goes like this, right?
yeah,
like
so
a
it
hook.
glides
So when
in, can't come out.
And he ripped it out.
Yeah, and that's what
Probably
caused
just
him
like
to
his
die.
first instinct.
Yeah, man, I
Terrible
love that
death.
show when I was
I
little.
like, yeah, I love Steve Irwin too.
You think he'd still be popping if he was still alive? Well, that's
Oh,
a good question.
yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
His son is taking over the whole zoo and business.
Oh, Bindi or
He's killing. His son's great.
Mindy or Bindi or whatever. the fuck.
Bindi Irwin, but also his son is so cute. He's just like his dad.
He's
yeah.
great.
They
Great
were on
energy.
The Tonight Show. Bindi was on Disney for a little bit. They're sad. They're
shit.
fine. Yeah.
What?
I
They're
went,
chilling.
it was like I'm not swimming with stingrays, but it was like probably thigh-high water. It was like part of a tour in the Bahamas, but basically they started swimming them. Yeah, I was so afraid though, because it was the sea turtles and the stingrays, and I was like, well, what happens if one of them stings you? And they're like, yeah, you're gonna be airlifted out of here. Just don't step on them.
Yeah, because they're not aggressive. It's just if you
No,
you
they're
don't
not
see it,
aggressive. They were
usually-
like putting fish in between toes and like having them eat them off of it.
Yeah.
It's just you don't want to like step on one and upset it.
Yeah, that's the scary part is because they lay on the bottom of the seabed, like the floor of the floor.
The
You
sand.
know what I'm saying? Yeah, the sand. So when you're like walking through the water in like waist deep water, like trying to go out into the water and you step on
Because they're
one.
hidden under the sand.
Oh my
Well,
gosh.
even if the water was crystal blue,
Yeah, they're hidden.
you're not gonna see it.
I liked the stingrays. It was actually the sea turtles I didn't like. They were all snapping towards me, all
yeah.
aggressive.
Oh.
Yeah, I thought I was gonna love them, but I was like, oh my god,
Oh my god.
they were scary.
And in Hawaii, like they're like illegal to touch or something, right?
Yeah, I have touched sea turtles in Hawaii.
Do you like Bahamas?
Get her arrested.
I did like it, yeah.
Yeah, it felt so artificial to me. Like so touristy, like too touristy.
You went?
I
went
like
to a
Bermuda.
very
Bermuda is sick.
I went to a very untouristy island, which I cannot remember
Oh.
what the name
I
of
just went on
it.
a cruise and we
Epstein's
went to-
Island.
Yeah, Epstein's Island.
She's like, I don't remember what it's called.
Didn't go there.
Oh, the E.
See, I feel like a gangster when I'm in the water, you know? When I go to the beach, I'm like, yeah, I can go out wherever. No fucking fuck all that sharks and shit. Not a real thing. One thing hits my leg, I'm out of there so fast. I have to play
fuck
pretend. I like
that.
to pretend that I don't care what's in the water. I'm like, nothing's gonna hurt me. And
I
then,
always care. I'm in like water up to my knees, and I'm looking around like this. I cannot just relax. I'm literally looking around 24/7.
Oh,
yeah.
no, being in the ocean sucks. There's
Yeah.
no fun. It's like it's salty. It makes you fucking dehydrated. Your hair
Salty.
And it's
fuck
not
up,
even just
fucks your
sharks
hair
you're
up.
worried about. It's drowning too. Like it's just a scary
My
place.
greatest
here.
fear is the deep, deep ocean with whales. Whales are my greatest.
Whales are
yeah?
scary too.
Literally, my biggest fear is whales.
Really?
Swear.
Well,
They're
I-
so big, dude. You can't even compare it to this room or anything. They're so large.
Do you have
Imagine sitting.
bad like nightmares of whales.
No, but if I see a video of a whale and a scuba diver next to it, I have to turn off.
Oh,
the
you're
phone.
not gonna like Avatar at all.
Are there big animals in
There's
it?
some big
There's
ass
a big
whales.
whale.
There's like,
I'm
are
not
they
doing it.
whales or they're like whale-like creatures, right?
Whale-like creatures. I
Yeah.
forget what they're called.
Was it a good movie? What's the review on it? Because I got really mixed reviews.
I loved it. I loved it so much I saw it twice.
Wow.
But I will acknowledge that the storyline is pretty shit and it's bad writing. But it's such a beautiful movie and it's very fun and it's very fun to watch that I'm going to watch that one again and I'm going to watch all the other ones they create.
Visually, 12 out of 10. Storyline, 6 out of 10.
Yeah. So like it's not unwatchable, but it's not well done.
Did you guys see it in the crazy like movie theater with 3 walls?
No, we
No,
saw it
my
in
bad.
IMAX.
IMAX?
In 3D, yeah, IMAX 3D.
Okay, well at least you didn't do 4D.
I
like,
forgot
moving
there was
around.
4D.
Well,
You didn't wanna
we
do it.
would've-
4D. What is
You'd be
that?
coming out
Like a-
soaked because there's like water spritz
Oh, I have done that.
and your
Oh,
chairs
it is
move.
a water movie.
Oh my
Yeah,
God.
it's a whole what you're coming out just drowning.
Yeah, that wouldn't have been fun at
Yeah,
all.
that'd be you. Have you guys ever stepped on a jellyfish?
Hey.
Nope.
No, never stepped on them.
Got peed on?
Dude, I
Have
was
you?
tubing once in Maryland.
I
You have like a
haven't
life
been
vest on, right? And you're tubing zzz, on the boat. Fucking flew off that bitch and I smacked the water and a jellyfish went right into my life vest. When I smacked the water, I'm like,
Inside?
I'm like, ah! It fucking burnt so bad and it's stuck in my life jacket. So I was like freaking the fuck out. I'm like, oh my God, oh my God. I was like, I'd rather drown than have this bitch in my life jacket right now burning me up. It was the worst shit ever. And then you get on the boat and I'm like, oh, it hurts so bad. I wanted to pee
Who peed on your chest?
Did you think that you had to go to the hospital? Or
Yeah, I was
something?
freaking the fuck out. I thought I was gonna have a
Yeah.
heart attack. I thought that shit was gonna get through my chest, and that was scary.
Well, that sounds terrible. I have been
Fucking
peed
shit
on though
fucking
before,
hurt.
not by a jellyfish, but
I've been peed on many times.
Really? Same.
I didn't like it. Did you like it? Do you like that?
No.
I don't like that at all.
It tastes weird.
It tastes
really,
weird?
It tastes really bad.
Is it like salty?
You know what
No,
pee
it's just
tastes
like
Don't
nasty. It's
actually
like
know
it's a
what pee
foul
tastes like.
taste. It's your waste.
I've never
It
tasted
feels like
pee
it would be
either.
like chemically.
tasted
Is
pee.
it like a chemical taste?
No,
drank
it's
your
not
pee.
chemical. It's pee.
It's just salty.
Sourish.
I never drank it, but I've definitely like went with the bottle.
I've
and
never
actively
drank
drank
it. I've just
until
put out my
lips.
tongue and let it happen.
Oh,
Ugh.
okay.
No, I didn't want it to happen.
Little shrapnel.
It happened to me once. That's how I knew I didn't have a golden shower fetish. I can tell you that much.
You got peed on.
Yeah, I did. I got peed on one night. It was not fun.
I get peed on all the time whenever I shoot like a girl scene and she's a squirter.
Oh, because it's not real. It's just pee, right?
Yeah, I mean, I'm going to say.
What?
Squirt can be real. Like, people can actually squirt. It's a real thing. But most of the time when it's in porn and it's on command, it's because they're just peeing.
Oh, they're peeing?
Yeah.
So they're like, wait, let me pee. Okay.
No, it's like as they're going, it's like everywhere. And I'm like, okay, tongue down there.
You're like, this sucks.
I mean, in the moment, I never think it sucks. Because, like, I have a hot fucking chick there. Like, it's like a fun situation. But I know it's pee. Like,
or is it like after the fact, you're kind of like, whoa, what just happened?
After I'm just covered, I'm not weird about pee. Afterwards, I'm kind of just like, like I don't shower or anything. Like I wait till I go home and I have food and then I'll worry about it later.
Drive home, another vibrator session, and then you shower, right?
Yeah.
Hop in the jacuzzi.
I just like, this girl peed on me by accident, so I just pushed her off the bed and then rolled over and went to sleep. It wasn't like run to the shower type thing.
Yeah.
Very aggressive.
Yeah, I pushed her off the bed. She fell off the bed.
How did she pee on you by accident?
Well, we were very inebriated, and like we started like hooking up and things, and then like when you're like making out and stuff, and your like legs like lock and like that kind of thing. Then like I felt like my leg getting wet, and I was like, "Wow, this girl likes me. God damn!" And then and then my leg keeps getting a little more wet, and I'm like, I'm not.
She doesn't like me that much.
I'm not that hot, and then my leg gets like really. My leg gets really wet, and I go, "Oh, she's just pissing on me." And then I was like, "Oh fuck!" So
she was sleeping.
No, she wasn't asleep. No.
Oh, it was just
No, she was not.
She just wanted to pee on you.
No, she was not sleeping.
I'm trying to get the details out of this strange story here.
No, apparently after the next morning, I found out she's like, "Oh yeah, when I get drunk, I pee." I'm like, "I know."
Push her off the bed. Don't do that.
You went and
I'm
did
sure
it.
it was like
it's
a
fine,
situation you
press
didn't
her,
really
you're like, it's
plan.
fine,
Well, it
for.
it startled me. You know, Steve Irwin ripped out the fucking thing. I
Okay,
got
don't
peed on,
compare this
pushed
to
her off
Steve
the bed,
Irwin.
You know, that's exactly.
It's
I
messed
startled
up.
me. It's like I did my reaction. I was like, "Whoa, bodily fluids, get off."
I had a girl throw up all over my wiener once. She was giving me head, and this is like my somewhat of a girlfriend, and she like wore this sexy lingerie, and I was like so horny, and she was doing that, giving me head, and my penis is not large whatsoever, right? So this doesn't make sense. But she had gagged, and it made her throw up all over my crotch area, everywhere, and it smelled so bad. But it was so uncomfortable that I didn't know what to say. So I was like, "Oh my god, what do I do?" So I just didn't say anything, and I like moaned. I was like, "Oh, it feels good," and she was like, "Okay," and kept going.
With the throw up. As lube.
It felt good though. It felt so good, but it smelled. So I was like, I'm just gonna hold my breath. I was like, "Oh my god, it feels so good." There's like mucus in it because it comes from like the gut. Oh my god, it was amazing.
You have stomach file on your dick, and you say it's good lube.
This is at my friend's house, and we're in his guest bed, and she took the fucking sheets and wiped it off, and then tucked the sheets under the fucking side of the bed to clean up because we were so embarrassed. We were like, "Oh, this is so embarrassing," and we walked out the room like nothing happened and left.
You're not invited over.
Oh no, I never got invited over again. No,
Oh man.
It happens.
You just laugh.
I've
You
thrown
laughed.
up. Like I've been gagged to the point of throwing up, but it's like always been inside of my mouth, and then I immediately swallow it. I'm just like,
and then never know.
okay, never
Evidence
mind.
hidden.
It's never like came out everywhere. I feel like that happens in anal a lot too. If there's like a mess that happens, it's kind of just like, I don't.
You just keep going. Fuck it.
Yeah,
Just
like
ignore
let's
it.
pretend that didn't happen.
Yeah, just ignore any sort of awkward.
Do some people like actually poop out, or how does it work?
Yeah, people poop.
Yeah, like full poops.
Yeah. So like I will say my last relationship I was in for like almost 4 years. Within that time he was like very into anal. So it happened all the time. And only one time towards the end was there a bad bad situation.
It activates that feeling. Like it feels like you're taking a shit over and over again.
It does,
it's coming out.
but at the same time, like it's one of those things where you know your body. So like when it was happening, I was kind of like, oh, I don't really like this. Isn't a good time. But it was like it's like hard to say that when you have somebody coming onto you all horny. You know, it's like not exactly sexy. And we had like problems in the bedroom at the time. So it was kind of like one of those situations where I was like, I hope it's okay.
Do you guys control the lighting when you have intercourse?
Yeah, off.
I watch
Yeah,
Little Dicky.
I'll be
watched
like
Little Dicky
midway
that
through
Dave-
and it's like super bright and I'm like, oh.
Yeah, it's very
It's
academic.
aggressive.
It's a little like under
So
these lights,
you
it'd be a little academic.
You have to have dim lighting and music, right?
You
There needs to be some sort of a fan.
I don't-
some sort of background noise.
I don't do music.
What?
Sometimes
I used
yeah,
to.
Background
music
noise for
can
me.
feel
No
too
way.
staged. Music can feel like takes the
Sentimental like that.
no, not sentimental.
That's
like
sentimental.
the
It seems like
spontaneity out of it. If you
Yeah.
do too much, the spontaneity is gone.
Yeah, and it's not sexy.
It's like, yo, let me go on my
a little too
Spotify.
much pressure. Yeah, like I have
Pressure?
candles lit and
Yeah.
A lot of pressure.
Oh, I love
Pressure?
candles.
pressure.
I almost burn down my house
Yeah.
every day because I
the
leave them on.
sexiest thing is just like enjoying a body like where it's at, you know.
Yeah.
Just there in front
Yeah.
of you.
Yeah.
No, if it's
I'm
like-
so turned on, I'm gonna take you here and now.
Sex is I get so scared of sex. It's so scary for me.
Oh yeah, you
Sex
got to
is
give him
challenging.
some pointers, not on like the sex part, but on like the
No,
the
it's
lead
just
up and everything. He gets so
beforehand.
anxious.
I
before a
just
girl's
don't do
come
it.
over.
I'm celibate now. Oh, by the way, I'm celibate. By the way, guys, no more for me. I had a girl that I invited over, and she said she's down to come. And I just completely blew her off because I was too scared to invite her over. And I'm like, I can't do this anymore. I'm just gonna give up. It's so scary. I hate the nerves of like waiting for a girl to come over.
So she
I'd
leads
rather
you
just
on.
jerk off and eat McDonald's and lay in bed.
Usually that's supposed to be the fun part.
Fuck that. I feel like I want to throw up. I'm like pacing. I'm like scared. And then when she gets there, I just can't handle my awkwardness. So like it'll like
Maybe you need a
no one else is like that.
like a girlfriend. No.
You need a girlfriend. You hear it from Mia.
Find a
It's
girlfriend.
not gonna be me. It's gonna be you. Last episode, you guys said I would get a girlfriend.
Like someone that you're comfortable with. So you don't
Yeah,
have
let me
like
just go
and
down
then
the
you
street.
get sex all the
Let me
time.
just go down the street and find a girlfriend. I can't get a girlfriend. I don't know what to do.
Have we
I'm
ever
horrible
have
with
we had
women.
girlfriends before? None of us.
None of us.
I've had.
It's not. It's like
I've never had a
Is sex the
girlfriend.
same with the
No, I
same
never
girl
had a
over and
girlfriend.
over and over and
Oh,
over?
it
No, it
gets
gets-
so boring.
Yeah.
Does
Oh,
it?
so
Yeah,
don't
like
want a
I get
girlfriend.
so boring in relationships. I become like at first I'm super hot. I'm doing all these fun things, and then after a little while I'm a little pillow princess.
It's like Pam and Tommy.
yeah.
You're like Pamela, you know, and they're just having the fucking.
yeah, I'm like
time of your
super
life. Yeah,
sexual, and then
fucking
after a
getting it.
year I'm like only if you do all the work.
So
Yeah, but-
how do you mix it up?
Well, you
at that
got to
point?
go and do like. Well, I can't even speak. on
Role
it,
play?
but- Well, no, you could do that. I was just saying. I feel like it comes into effort. Like after like relationships, when you first start off,
You're
get
like
com-
in
you get
this
comfortable.
level of
You get comfortable.
comfortability
Yeah.
where like you're kind of just happy to like connect and get off, and you don't feel like you have to put in all of that effort to turn them on anymore.
Yeah.
yeah, is that pressure for you? Like, say you did do like a random hookup. Do you feel pressured to like
Yes, I hate it.
really?
I hate it. Like I've had like hardly any hookups to be honest, because I've always been in relationships.
Mm-hmm.
So I've had hardly any hookups off camera. There have been a few, but there is that pressure to like be a porn star. I am actually
thought about that.
vanilla, but like what I am is I'm vanilla, and sometimes I'll have some sprinkles on, or sometimes I'll have some chocolate sauce. You know, like
Right.
like you can
on you?
sometimes get something crazy, but for the majority, I'm pretty fucking vanilla.
I feel like
vanilla
it-
milkshake.
Huh?
You like pour chocolate sauce on you?
No, not since I was in high school.
That was
Oh, like metaphorically.
yeah, metaphoric
Okay.
chocolate sauce. No, I feel like it's like oh, you're a comedian, tell me a joke, like that
Yeah.
kind of thing.
It is,
Oh, I
it
see. You
is.
just kind of want to shut it off when you're like not.
Yeah, in your private life, you're like, I'm just
Well, you're
me.
just
Yeah,
just
you
worried
should
that
be
you're
you.
on a pedestal, and you're worried that you're not going to
Yeah.
live up to it.
How about that?
And like the thing with sex is you can be talented in a lot of things. Like you can know what to do, like, but it's also about chemistry and a vibe. So you're playing off of the other person. So it's not always just you.
Right, because they have to put in the effort as
Yeah.
well.
Yeah,
So you're like,
exactly.
oh, I'm watching you too then.
Is it bad for when a guy wants the girl to like make the first move or like be like the
Aggressor?
dominant one?
The dominant one?
Yeah. Not that I want that. I'm just saying, and
Why
like
would
in
it be-
general for maybe a viewer out there.
I don't think it's bad at all. What's bad about it?
So how does a guy confront a girl about that? And he's like, hey, look, I'm not making the first move. Fuck that.
Oh, that was scary in LA to
just
be the
say
guy that
it.
makes the first move. Anyways,
Say it.
Wait, what
Just,
do you
like,
what do you
out
mean by the
there?
first move, Steven?
Yeah, what are you thinking? Like, are you talking like?
Like we're having great chemistry. It's going great. We're having a dinner. Maybe we're marijuana. We're having some wine. It's
Yeah.
going great. We go back to my place. We're watching like.
I feel
we're
like if
playing-
you have to
we're
say,
playing
I
rock-
want you to make the first move, that's kind of making a move.
Right.
And then
We're
you're
playing
like,
Guitar
Yeah.
Hero, right? We're just jamming out on the couch playing Guitar Hero or whatever, Uno or some shit like that, right? Charades. And then I'm like, okay, I'm horny, but she's also horny,
Raids.
and you can just tell, right? How does this start? You're both just kind of awkwardly sitting on the couch, like waiting, like who's gonna make like how, you just say it. What if she's like, oh, I was just here to hang out. Oh my god, I'm so sorry. If you're like, hey, do you want to have
be comfortable
sex?
with rejection.
Ooh, fuck. See, no, because that would make me feel so creepy. I'm like, I did not. That's so embarrassing for me. I'm sorry. Would it make it like awkward? You know?
I don't think it's awkward. I mean, no, never mind. It's totally
Definitely
awkward.
awkward as
But
fuck. You're like, hey, do you want to have sex? And she's like,
you don't have to say, hey, do you want to have sex? Just be like,
hanging out.
you say little things along the way, like you look like you're really pretty. I like you. Like you like put little hints out there so that they know what to expect.
The girl would do that to me. She'll like hint, or she'll like hint at like me like wanting to compliment her. She'll be like, "Do I look good in this or like this stuff?" I'm like, "Yeah, I'll go along with it," but I will never say it back. Like, are you asking like the guy to say it back to the girl? Like, do I like ask her to compliment you, or just compliment her?
You compliment her.
Yeah,
You compliment her.
them.
Yeah.
You don't ask her to compliment
and
you.
you're very forward about it. Like I'll say, if I know that I like somebody, I'm giving them like I'm serving them looks. Like it's about a look thing too. You give them those eyes, like. You
don't
have
do
to
that.
make it obvious.
Definitely don't
you
do
doing?
that. No, like eyes.
With your
it's very
eyes.
like an eye thing.
You look very stern and angry. Those are not fuck me eyes. Those are fuck away eyes.
Okay, ready?
I don't have thighs. Oh.
Fuck, that's not the reaction.
Please
I want.
babysit me. Please babysit me.
That is not that. Fuck. Okay, go ahead, Jared. Do it to me.
I don't
Oh,
know.
there it is.
What do you do?
He's looking at me.
You just looked at him. You just looked at him. He's like, oh damn.
I have no control over my like facial expressions. If I'm enjoying myself, I like visually am enjoying myself.
I feel like I'm the same way.
Really?
Like if I'm enjoying myself, like I have this goofy smile on my face, and like if I'm mad or thinking about something, it's just I'm like
Like a
if
pouty
I'm
face?
texting and I put like a sad face, I'm literally like
Are you actually like, showing the emoji?
yeah, I literally, or if I put a happy face, I'm like
Texting, I am very vocal when I text. Like I will talk out my text. If
You suck at texting.
I was gonna say you fucking suck. I'm always like, is he mad?
You're not the one that responds for 3 weeks. What the fuck?
No.
He sucks at texting.
He's got all
What the
that.
fuck?
Exclamation marks and emojis. Okay, when I do respond, it's very happy.
No. Okay, maybe she doesn't respond. That's a
Every
different
3
story.
weeks.
Landon actually texting is the worst. Like it sounds like he's
it
like
is.
angry.
Yeah,
Right?
Yeah.
Yay, see you tomorrow! Exclamation mark, smiley face. See you tomorrow.
See you tomorrow, period. Or something. I'm like, oh
my God.
You're damn, yeah.
Well, I'm such a
curious.
FaceTimer, but if you don't answer my FaceTimes, I have no like. Then I'm just like, I'm not built for texting. I like to
The
see.
world is around texting now, dude.
I know. To me, texting is like texting. I view like an email. Like, all right,
boring.
tomorrow,
Oh,
2 p.m.
yes.
Blah blah blah.
You would do it later.
That's what
It's
I
like
do.
a lot of work.
Yeah, texting is like
I
call
love
me.
texting.
I love texting.
yeah.
I'd rather
I
text
love
than
calling.
talk on the phone.
And you
Well,
can
see-
put, yeah.
I want to see your face. I want to see your expressions.
I don't want you
I
to
want-
see my face. My face is chilling.
Well, you can always call back like 10 minutes later.
me.
Like
We're
a
on the
lot
same
of
team
girls
here.
do.
And also, you can put emotion into texting. You
No,
don't.
you can't, bro.
Okay.
Also, sarcasm does not go through text, so it's especially with girls. Ooh, doesn't
use
work for me.
italics.
Oh my god, no, that
no
doesn't
talent.
work.
I use italics.
I don't even know what that is.
It can come off kind of rude. Like sarcasm is a hard thing to do.
Very,
over text.
right?
I could get
And especially if your whole
Yeah.
thing's like trying to be funny, it's hard to
How about you be
funny over
careful?
text. Can you just not be like celibate and just not respond? But you still like people and you still want to like be like close to them. But you just don't want. You just don't care. Like you just don't want to try.
Yeah,
To, like,
that's not an asshole
sound
thing.
funny or like be like.
You just want to be
over
yourself.
text.
Yeah, you're like, I don't want to like play the same thing everyone's doing.
But
I'm just gonna
then-
be myself.
People think you're an asshole. You're just boring. They're like, ah.
Like you've heard me say outlandish things, right?
I don't know. It doesn't sound outlandish to me.
In person, right? But if I text
Not
them, it's
really.
like, whoa.
You want
think
some
you
rum?
say-
Normally, I'm
Yeah.
like, all
Stick
right, let's
towards
get
you.
fucked up. Let's do this. Now I start having deep
Yeah.
conversations. I think it's because I freaked out one time because I took too many shrooms, and then I just ran to her, and then she was like, "It's okay, you're fine."
And then
comforting
you're like,
him.
this is a safe place.
Yeah, I'm like, "This is safe. This is safe. Everything is okay. We're gonna be fine." Yeah, that was bad. Don't do shrooms at a party. Just stay at home.
To be fair, we meant to microdose because I did shrooms that night too, and like I had a panic attack and left. Yeah,
Oh, I had a panic attack.
I got
and stayed.
overwhelmed instantly.
This was a long time ago. I remember we're in the backseat of a car and we're driving through like I don't even know what canyon it was. One of those canyons.
I knew he was high because I was in the back seat on my phone, and he's like, Mia, look at the lights.
Well, no, I wasn't looking at the ceiling. I was looking out at
you
the
were looking
city.
out the window.
And there was like, I mean,
His
shit.
eyes are closed. You're like, man,
He
you
said
are
that. I was like,
Oh, yeah, that stuff doesn't come out of my mouth ever. And then we get to this party and I'm like, oh gosh. And then she just leaves. I'm like, okay, it's fine. I go back inside. Now all of a sudden people are just coming up and talking to me. I'm overwhelmed. Someone's saying mean things to me. They're like, you're a piece of shit for this. I'm like, whoa, what is happening? Panic. And then
I feel like whatever emotion you're going through on shrooms, it's like
you're like a little kid. You're like, I
Intensified,
felt like
yeah.
a little child. Like I was like 5 years old experiencing the world for the first time again.
I don't like parties that much.
Mm-mm,
Like I have to
fuck
already
that.
be drunk to be like, yeah, let's go there. That sounds good.
And that's not even your decision at that point. That's just drunk Mia.
Yeah, that's drunk me.
Yeah.
We went
Those
to
are
a
a
frat
lot.
for the first time ever, at least me.
Yeah.
I had to film a video there, and it was the scariest thing ever. There's just a bunch of jacked guys with their shirts off
I
everywhere,
got
and I'm like, oh my
booked
god.
to go to some frat event years ago when I was feature dancing, and basically it was me and another girl. I think I signed a non-disclosure, so I don't know, but I don't even remember what frat it was, so it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
But it was like something I'd never seen before. We like entered this huge
crazy.
room, and there was this massive table, and all these guys had their clothes off, and they're all fucking wasted. Not all their clothes,
But
just their
naked?
shirts off, all
Oh.
wasted, like hitting on the table. And we got up there and like did a bunch of shows and stuff, and it was really fun. But I do remember one of them, he like kept touching me, which they weren't allowed to do.
God,
And I
what a
kept telling
weirdo.
him, don't touch me, don't touch me. And then I was with, I forget her name, but she's super sweet. It's like Alexa Moore or something. But she like looked over and she's like, what do you do? And she's like, this one's bad. And she got her whip and literally brought him up and started fucking whipping him
Did
to
you
the
like
point
it?
where he was like, get me
shit.
off the
No
table.
way.
Like,
Was everyone cheering or was it more like,
Everyone
whoa?
was cheering. They were having a good time. Like, she wasn't drawing blood or anything, but she was definitely like, fuck you,
felt
but
it.
we're going to make this entertaining at the same time.
Oh, there you go. We went to a
just think-
USC frat.
Just like everyone that was walking around, it was just so we felt so out of place because we're there for this shoot, right? We have nothing to do with the frat, and we're just like three fat guys hanging out in this like big open room with like muscular dudes everywhere, fucking walking around all jacked up. And we're like, what is happening? And it was gross. This place.
Well, the frat
Like,
was
what
disgusting.
do they do every day? What do they do? Like, where do they sleep? They sleep in like bunks. And
Okay, so I accidentally walked into one of their bedrooms because there's like 30 bedrooms in the whole place. Yeah, I was looking for the bathroom because you guys gave me false directions.
Such an
God.
experience going to
I
one
didn't know
of
about
those
this. Wait, I
things.
need to hear
Their
this story.
room,
I need to hear-
there wasn't a bed. The dude's mattress was on the ground, but
it's not.
clothes all everywhere. I'm like, oh my
Dude,
god,
what
is
do
there a
they
dead body?
do?
in there?
That's
I
how
have
my room
big
looks
dicks,
like at the
dude.
end of a bender for sure.
No, dude, it was
Huge
like
dicks.
not clutter.
Frat
It was
guys?
just dirty, like dirt.
No, I
That
mean,
frat guy probably, that football dude probably fucks. I went to the film with G Fuel, right? And I'm interviewing this of USC, right?
Okay.
And he's also being sponsored by G Fuel. So I'm interviewing him about G Fuel, and we're walking around the frat, and he's showing me around, like, USC. And I'm just like, the whole time we're doing this interview, I'm thinking in my head, this guy fucks.
Like, he's a
Like,
man's man.
no,
You can
he's a
tell he,
fucking
like,
no. You have to understand. He doesn't. I asked him, I'm like, so you live here? And he's like, no, I don't live in this dump. He's like, I live in a separate house. Like, I live in a house
Yeah.
separate from this with like the football team. Like, he's like the shit. You have to think about this. He's like,
people get that fucking life.
well,
It's
he's like
great.
the of the football team, which is the biggest role in a football team, and it's the football team of the college, which is
Yeah.
huge.
So as cool as
probably
that
sling
seems,
dick,
if I'm
bro.
being honest, people like that actually like turn me off quite a bit. I hate egos. Like when I really see an ego, it's like
But this guy seems so like.
It's like be
well, there's
real.
not. To be
I get
honest,
what you're saying, yeah,
there's not much
100%.
there. That's the
But
thing. Is
Mil-
it seems like there's a lot more there than there is, but there's really not.
no. The
But-
thing that it's not that. It's that with an ego comes a lot of other negative traits that you're not gonna like when you get to know the person.
Yeah.
But I will say,
I was saying
he's
this
probably very
specific
confident in
Well-
bed, so it'd be good to fuck.
No, for sure that, but not that I. Wait, hold on. Not that I won't. No, that came off wrong. We've been talking, and we should go and do like a college party for a vlog and like film it. That'd be so funny.
That's fine.
Do it.
I think it would be
Let's do
so
one last
funny.
one. One last run through college parties.
I would like to.
Wanna do it?
I really would.
Hold on, guys.
I
Should we get
remember
like
it
a
was
security
like a
guard or some
different
shit?
world.
We don't want no
I would
fucking
need a
weirdos.
security
Yeah, we
guard.
need to. We don't
I
want no
actually
fucking
would,
weirdo.
just in case.
Because we don't know when a weirdo fucking come
They're
up
like
to her and
kind of
touch her and
wild
shit.
and all
No,
wasted,
they're-
Yeah.
having a good time.
No, they're gonna fucking come up. Yeah, we need a security for sure.
Oh, and
we'll
well,
have
see,
security.
I get groped. That's like the
Yeah, I
thing
was
I
gonna
don't like.
ask
People
that.
actually like
you don't want
grope
that.
me.
Yeah, we
Yeah.
don't want that. We're
Yeah.
supposed to have a fun video.
They grip
It'll
you
be
where?
fun.
Like what?
My ass.
No, not where, but like at random parties, at like bars.
Well,
Is
Also,
it like
we're
the
gonna do-
random
we're-
photos?
we-
Is it like when people come up and they're like, "Oh my god, can I get a picture?"
That's
And
like the
when it
main thing
happens?
is when people take photos. They like grab my ass from behind.
Really?
Yeah, and then
Oh
they're
my
like,
God.
I had to feel for myself.
No
And then
way.
you're like, "Oh, whoa."
I'm like,
Do you say
"Thank
anything or
Well, yeah, I'm like, thank you for molesting me.
Yeah, what the
do you
fuck?
say that out loud to them?
Yeah.
What do they
How do
say? They
guys
laugh.
not-
or-
how do-
Well,
guys
nothing.
have-
They like don't take me too. I think they feel a little awkward, but I'm also trying to keep it light because it's like, hey, dude, that was like not okay. Kind of get away, but I'm not trying to make a scene.
Just because that's like your line of work is that, like, it doesn't mean like guys can just come up and like, what the fuck?
I know it's
Outside of
weird.
work, you're,
I
like, your
agree.
own, like,
it's a
there's some weird
very
shit.
strange mentality.
It's because
but
they
it's-
think they know you.
Yeah, it's very popular.
And you don't know that.
They think I would be okay with that.
Well, how many viewers have you like had, do you think? Like on your like videos? Not like your social media stuff, but like your porn stuff. How many viewers do you think you've had?
So many. I've been doing this for like 9 years. I'd say I don't think I'm in the top 5 anymore. But I was in the top 5 for like over 5 years.
Really?
Yeah. So like that's a lot.
With different like porn stars, is there beef? Like, yo, fuck
Yeah,
that
there's
person.
beef. Like I have beef with Kendra Sunderland. She has beef. I know. Well, no. Truthfully, she has beef with me. I actually don't have beef with her. I have no problem with her. But what had happened was she was dating a guy, and I was dating my ex. I was with my ex-husband. And we used to go on double dates all the time, and we were friends, me and Kendra. And then we actually like swung together where we had like an orgy. Yeah. And then it like came to a point where I left my ex-husband, and like me leaving him like kind of gave her the motivation to leave her boyfriend. And she even came over, and I'm just being perfectly honest. She even like came over to my house, and like she was like crying, and I was consoling her and everything because she was my friend. And then after, like a couple weeks after, her ex-boyfriend was a photographer and videographer. He's like, oh, I'll shoot you. Like, I'll shoot a solo. And I was like, okay. So he like came over to shoot it. The entire time he fucking hit on me. And I hadn't had sex in a month. And I'm quite a sexual person. I was very, very starved at the time. But long story short, we did have sex, and it ended up like turning into a 4-year relationship. But Kendra's still pissed.
Okay. Wow. Okay. Yeah. So.
Oh yeah, I know that for a fact.
Yeah.
On like, say you have so many views on like the videos, what would you break that down? So like 1 out of every 3 views is like someone who had like finished to the video, like came to the video.
Oh, I have no idea.
Like,
never even thought about that. But I do think like millions of people have came to me.
So how much?
Crazy. What a crazy.
What does that fill up? Does that fill up like an Olympic size?
I would say more than like a swimming pool.
I never thought of it that way.
Oh my gosh.
Like that much cum. Like it would fill up this room.
Oh yeah. Ew, dude. Now I'm just seeing it, bro. Really? I just got like a Titanic visual of like cum just washing down the fucking hallway.
I think it would be foot level. It wouldn't be. That's a lot of nut. Dude,
it's only like a tiny.
Yeah.
But that like maybe if someone's
a million of that is like.
Not that much.
If you like put another guy, it would be like a little like splash, right? So you do that a million times, it'd probably be like foot level if it's whole room.
Bro, a million's a lot, bro. You'd at least be like a gallon bucket. Yeah, when I was younger, you were my favorite porn star. Ever since I've known you, I've never seen anything that you've done. And I haven't actually watched like anybody's porn since then, really.
Really?
Like I like stopped watching porn after I met you, and then I met a few other like porn stars in like the industry. And then once I like knew you guys, was like, this is weird if I watch this shit. So I just stopped watching altogether.
I mean, I'll take that with a grain of salt, because like I don't always believe it. But like people tell me that all the time. Oh, I don't watch anymore.
Oh no, I actually
like, yeah, right.
Sure you don't.
Yeah.
You know, maybe you don't, maybe you do.
No, I actually don't watch. I don't watch because it would be weird now because I hang out with you so like it'd be like I would.
It would be weird if I found out you did. I'd be like, ugh.
Yeah, no, like imagine because I was just like I'm looking at it like this. I'd be like, wow, what if she like watched a video of me fucking? I'd be like, that's strange. I don't want that.
Yeah.
Because once you know someone.
I'm the same way, honestly. I can't watch porn of anyone in the industry that I know. Like, the only porn that I can watch is hentai or POV, where I, like, amateur POV where I don't know the person. Because if I see somebody that I know, I'm like, no, I'm a creeper if I try to watch that. It's just, you can't do it.
I have one of the porn stars that I've met and I've hung out with a few times. I experienced that. I was like, one of her videos popped up and I was like, and I did it. And I swear to God, I couldn't like do that. I was like, it was so weird. Because you know the relationship already between you and her. So it's like, it's not like when you're watching it.
Changes when
you can't imagine the video.
Level.
Yeah, you can't like imagine.
It's no longer a fantasy, they're a realistic.
Yeah, right. So you know in your head, it's like, it's not like, one, it's not like that. And two, it's like, it's just like a little like if she ever knew that'd be weird.
Let's be honest. When we watch porn, we objectify people. Like, and we objectify things. I do it all the time. Like, look at that dick. Fuck that pussy. Like, I'm objectifying them.
Yeah, of course.
But you can't do that when you know somebody. It's a fucking person.
Now you're thinking of the time you spent with them. You're thinking about your experiences with them, and you're like, fuck. Now I'm thinking about fucking.
Yeah, that's not just a pussy and a dick. I know that person.
I know that dick.
It's just not the same. You want to find someone that's like you never met, you've never like, you know what I mean?
You know that they're putting on a show. You're like, that's not really them.
That's the other thing too.
Yes, that too.
Know a show.
It's not the same. Like, it's not feasible.
It's not fantasy
that.
anymore.
I was fucking watching weird shit sometimes. I was like, oh, I'm done. Especially when you're like blacked out at like 3 a.m. You're on page 35.
I don't watch it that much. I fantasize.
Oh, you close your
Just like your
eyes?
imagination.
I close my eyes and I use my imagination.
That's a healthy way.
I
doing
did
it.
that once and it was like actually really good. It was like, wow, this is like, I didn't need like, a video.
Yeah.
It actually felt better almost. It was like,
I can
wow.
do that if I've had like sex within the 48-hour time frame.
You know what else I do is I read like romance novels, the dirty romance novels. So like the last one that I read a couple days ago. It was like a dirty romance novel about Persephone and Hades, like in the
what?
modern Persephone and Hades.
Whoa, where do you buy these
The
books?
Greek gods. Well, I got this one for Christmas.
Just
but-
some sort of book about Greek gods.
yeah.
That's hot.
That
It was
is-
so
would've read that.
hot.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
but
that's
like
great.
those books are like porn for me because like the entire time it's like a day of fucking teasing.
It's like his 85-foot cock enters the.
No,
God
I
of
think
lightning.
I'm not
He was
even
a god of
kidding.
lightning.
Like
He
the
was a god of
words in
thunder.
it is like sweat glistening on his muscular back. It's like very
Fossilus.
very
Wow.
cliche.
What's the god that is controls lightning? Fucking
Zeus.
Zeus. Fucking Zeus. Fucking.
Well, Zeus isn't in this one. It's Hades. Hades is their man.
Getting into that. Next topic.
Do you watch The Last
Let's
of
move
Us?
on.
Do you
I
watch the
have
most
watched the
recent
last.
one?
I was gonna ask.
Yes.
Have you watched the last?
I
of Us?
did, yeah.
That's amazing.
I just watched. I fell
The
asleep.
last
Well,
episode.
the last episode I didn't see.
Wait.
I was hysterical.
He didn't like it.
No, fuck you.
Is the mixed girl that comes in later in this episode
No,
the
she
same
dies
girl
right
as the
off
little
rip,
girl?
bro. She
Is it the
makes
same
it
girl
3
as the little
minutes
girl?
in.
Wait, what?
Who?
The light skin girl that comes in a little bit
Dude,
later,
dude.
and she's older. Is that the little girl
She
or did she
doesn't make
die?
it past the first scene, dude.
Oh.
Dude, I got bored. There was way too many characters and it lost me.
Bored?
It lost me. There was way too many new characters. I'm like, who are these
In
people?
the first episode?
Yes.
Just
You gotta
why?
wait
Well,
for
that's
her
the
to
first
get
episode. You don't know anybody.
They
You're being
escape.
introduced.
They escape all
Have
the
you
other
watched
characters.
an HBO show before?
Yeah,
it
dude, I
takes a
fucking fell
minute.
asleep. I was like, fuck, I'm going back to YouTube, dude. Watch Mr. Beast.
God
God damn it.
It's not that I didn't like it. It's that I want the storyline to progress. That was a pause episode. The storyline didn't progress.
People do say that, but at the same time, like what it was doing as well is it was giving you the full weight. So like when he sent him the spoiler alert, if like you guys put this, when he sent him the note afterwards, like his goodbye note, and he was saying take care of Tess, it was like he had done everything that this guy had failed at. This guy had failed at protecting his daughter. He'd failed at protecting Tess. So like it was like the full weight of everything. I feel like it was character development in a lot of ways. It was also showing you a lot of like what people had went through like back in time during the like when it first happened.
I liked it, but I'm also invested in like Joel and the girl. I'm like, let's get this show on the road.
It was literally 45 minutes of the Up, like the first 5 minutes of Up, the Up
Yeah.
montage.
Wow, pretty much. Wow.
I was hysterical.
Really?
Hysterical.
Well, I love the one actor in it because he's from White Lotus. Have you seen White Lotus?
Yes, yeah. He
Yeah.
did I didn't trust him at first.
I didn't know. I
was like,
know
who is this fucking creeper? Like, he's going to kill him.
That's what I thought.
but,
So
like,
I was waiting for like the gun. Like just I was
same.
waiting for a gun the entire time. I'm like, they're just gonna. One of them's gonna kill each other right
20
away.
minutes before like he actually died, before he even like began to show that he was gonna die, I was already sobbing hysterically because I was like, it's too happy. They're gonna fucking kill him. I know he's dying and I already love him.
Yeah.
So like I was crying 20 minutes before he died and I was crying for an hour after that. Like I had to go to bed because I couldn't like focus.
Wait, are you
on
guys
it.
talking about episode 3?
Yeah, I was heartbroken.
I don't know who died, but
I zoned all of it out because I'm
glad I left.
No, it's
watched-
a great show. Well, HBO's killing it. They have the White Lotus, and then now they got fucking The Last
White
of Us.
Lotus
and
is really good.
so good.
good.
Did you see season 2? Yes.
you watched 1 and 2?
Yeah.
Which one do you like better?
Season 3, I'm so mad. I don't,
Both, honestly. Season 2 was a slow burn for me.
very slow, but once it got going, I was
once
like,
it got
whoa.
going, it kicked off.
Well, each
yeah.
season has different themes. Like I think number 2 was about like lust and sex.
Yeah, 2 was sex.
Yeah.
First was
1
greed, like money.
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't think
And then
about that.
the third season is going to be another one. But I don't know. I'm so pissed they killed one girl. Oh.
Jennifer.
Ah.
You're not going to know
I'm
her
just kidding.
real
I'm
name.
never gonna watch it.
Coolidge.
I'm not
Yeah,
gonna
Jennifer
watch White
Coolidge.
Lotus.
Oh, the best
That was,
character.
I was sitting there and I was like, okay, who are they going to kill? Like,
Yeah.
definitely not her.
I was like, this
She's
is how you're making your money.
Yeah, this is our main bitch.
Yeah.
And then they did.
But she like killed herself, kind of.
She did.
Well, they did that.
And they did. I feel like she died in a glorious way, at least. But she's so great.
Yeah.
I'm sad.
I felt so happy when she killed all the guys on the yacht.
Yeah.
I just want to talk about
I was
her.
just hoping that she didn't do it and she was wrong.
Because if she got away with it, she would still get killed, I think.
Yeah. Well, what really did it for her was, did you see her like award speeches? Oh my God. The most amazing thing I've ever
She's
seen.
hilarious.
She did like what was it? What's the Emmys?
Yeah.
She won an Emmy for like her character. So she's up there and she goes, "Oh my God, I've never done this before. I'm sorry, I look fat. I had a lavender bath." This is a horrible impression of her. But she was talking about how she's fat because she took a lavender bath and it made her swell up inside of her dress. And then the fucking thing goes off because they start playing music when you have to wrap it up because you have 45 seconds. And she's like, no. Fuck you. I'm never doing this again. I'm not going to get this opportunity again. I'm saying everything. I'm staying up here. She just starts dancing to the music.
Like, I love this music.
Yeah, she's like, this is a great song. Anyways, I want to thank... Fuck, where's my... Like, I'll show it to you after
She's
this.
brilliant.
It's so good.
Yeah, she's
And
really brilliant.
I don't know if it's an actor or if she's just authentically that person.
I think it's a bit of both. Like, she's authentically very funny and entertaining, but it is an act. She's up there performing and making people laugh.
Because she seems very ditzy now, but like if you watch her in like...
Well, I didn't know she was
like
in
American
all the
Pie
other,
and stuff like that.
Pie.
You didn't know?
Yeah, she's
I didn't know that.
I was going to ask, who all has masturbated to her? Because I totally masturbated to Stifler's
not
mom.
me. I didn't see that movie until
I don't
like
think
last
my
year.
dick worked when I first watched American Pie, so
Oh, I
was still like 8
masturbated
years
a lot
old.
to that film. Okay.
Is there a lot of sex?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like for my young age, it was very raunchy.
Oh yeah, I was like 8 years old. I don't think anything worked. I know I got in trouble though because I realized that I liked tits from watching Titanic back when I was like 8 years old. Because I had like the VHSs, and then there's like a nude scene where like he draws the girl and she's naked, and I pressed pause.
At 8 years old?
No, it
Probably the
didn't.
most
Dude, I'm
famous
fucking humping
nude scene
pillows at
ever.
fucking 6-year-old, dude.
6
What?
years old.
Like, probably 8.
Well, maybe
Masturbated to that movie too?
I had low tests, I guess.
How about Sesame Street? Did you do that one?
No.
Let's
Is
just
that
have a
like-
list of movies if you masturbate
So
to
many.
them.
Is that like part of like what makes a movie great? You're like, it was a good movie.
Masturbation.
To it.
Yeah.
IMDb masturbation.
Yeah. I've masturbated to Avatar.
No, you did not. You brought a vibrator?
Huh?
You brought a vibrator?
Well, I have vibrators.
You just brought it to the movie theater?
No,
What are you guys laughing about?
Afterwards, I use my
After.
mind.
So here's a question for you. People that aren't well endowed, what tips would you give them in the bedroom to make that experience more pleasurable for the woman?
It's well endowed.
Average to below average size penis.
Uh-huh.
Well endowed means like above average, like you're like well endowed, but not well endowed.
Honestly, I would say, because no matter what, I'll be honest, a dick feels good. Like, it doesn't have to be, like, huge for it to feel good for somebody. I feel like when I say doesn't matter, it's because you do feel a difference. It doesn't change in the fact that it can hit the right spots and create pleasure, but I like the full feeling. So I have an actual fetish for, like, larger. And that's probably because a lot of my, like, sexual experiences at a very young age have been with porn stars.
Yeah.
So, like, I've kind of developed, like, a certain standard. I mean, if you're extra small.
You should die. No. She's laughing at you, not with you. No.
To just be really good with your hands and your tongue and care about, like, pleasing the woman in other ways. You can't be selfish if you have a small dick.
Vibrators.
Yeah. Like, guys who have big dicks, they can be selfish and fuck how they want to fuck, and it's going to be enjoyable because they have a nice dick. You know, if you don't, you can't.
You got to replace that with your tongue or your fingers.
Yeah, you have to care about the woman's pleasure over yours.
Yeah.
Bring toys into play.
Is that a
right?
bad thing,
Well,
though?
she told me to use vibrators, right? That was you who gave me that advice?
Maybe. I'm a fan of vibrators.
Yeah, you said bring vibrators.
we know,
into
man.
But it's not even because of, like, the dick size. Like, I can't come by just stimulation alone. Like, it has to be external. That's why I say, like, vibrators are a good thing to bring into the
isn't it
bedroom.
like only like 40% or 30% of girls
It's a
can get
small
off from like
percentage.
penetration alone?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
It's smaller. It's a lot harder for women to come than it is for men.
I heard my roommate having sex last night with this girl, and the moaning was so loud. I'm like, I didn't even know girls would moan that loud. I'm like, great, this is a personal problem here, because I've never heard a girl that moaned like that with me. She was like, oh my god, Johnny. I'm like, oh my god. It sounded like scary a little bit. I was like, what is happening?
Like, is she okay? I go check on her?
Yeah, I was like, oh my God, I'm going to go knock on the door and make sure they're okay.
I always get turned on when I hear other people having sex.
It is a
Like,
strange thing.
Yeah,
You
if
do
you live in
hear
an
it, and
apartment
you're like,
complex and you hear it happening, it's like,
Oh, no, I got
that's
horny.
hot.
I got
My
horny.
neighbor's
I
upstairs.
shouldn't be
Oh, no,
hearing
I
this.
got horny. I was like, oh man, this is so hot. I'm like, oh my God.
You put your ear to the door, didn't you?
I was jerking off while listening to it. I was like, oh, I'm just kidding. That's not what happened. But I really, like, it is like it made me feel like great. I've never had a girl man like that to me. I was like, what? I'm in my bed too. It was so loud. I'm like, what is going on?
You have
And
time to
my
grow.
YouTube video, I'm like, what am I hearing?
Maybe he was using a vibrator. You don't know.
Actually,
Yeah.
there could have been a Hitachi in a clip.
yeah.
What is that? Let's go get some Hitachi.
No, that's hibachi.
Oh,
No, that's
I didn't know.
no. Hitachi is it's like it looks like a microphone. It's like the vibrator that
It's
looks like a
magic
microphone.
wand.
A magic wand.
Yeah, one of those
Okay.
things. Yeah. So should we go get some hibachi now?
Let's go get some hibachi. Well, thank you guys for watching this magical episode. Mia, thank you so much for coming.
Thank you, Mia.
Thank
Our
you.
very first guest, probably our last at this point.
Yeah.
There were so many conversations happening at
It was
once. I
so
don't know
much.
how we're gonna do this, but
This is great. It's fine.
yeah. See you guys next episode.
Bye.
Bye.
That was bad, right?
Hey.
Oh my god.
No.